Welcome back to Mom. It is 2021, so welcome to a new year. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're starting back up. Now, I know nothing magically changes when it hits midnight at, January 1st, but we do still get to be excited because, right, that's when we get to come up with new resolutions. It's officially the start of the second trimester of Mom, so yay, things to celebrate. So that's always exciting. I am excited to talk about a few things, and before I do have a few announcements. So I wanted to get those to you and out of the way. One, we have the Mom Set Free Bible study starting at Hillside this week. Via Zoom through Hillside this week. So if you get the chance, please sign up for that if that's something that interests you. We've been talking a lot about freedom from the pressure. I've referenced the Mom Set Free book. There's also a Bible study, so check that out if you want to. Secondly, there will be a DriveThru at some point next week, so that's good, yay, where you can pick up everything you need for the entire second trimester. So all of our craft stuff, all of our activity stuff, that will be at some point next week. Your table hostess will get more information about that to you in the next few days. Anyway, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Speaking of the new year, because it is, I know we're already in the second week of January, but it's still new and fresh, right? So Happy New Year again. I have been thinking a lot about hopefulness, and I kind of wanted to pass on a few of my thoughts. Let me know what you think about that, about hopefulness. So, I know that I'm assuming that we all expected the pandemic to end with 2020, and that was something we were hopeful for. It was like, okay, this will end with 2020, and then it didn't, right? So that's a thing, and that's heavy, and it's not so fantastic, and I was thinking, that doesn't have to put a damper on the hopefulness that we have for our family and for our kids going into 2021. Going into a new year is always exciting. We always get to have hope. That's what the resolutions are about, right? I hope I'll work out more, which, just on a side note, I just did Pilates today, so that's good. I still have yoga pants on for your information, so that's exciting. But you hope you'll work out more. You hope we'll get help, whatever it is, right? It's because we're hopeful for the new year. So I think that regardless of the circumstances, right, hopes may not look the exact same as what they did. Circumstantially, we may be hoping for things like, I hope my kids get to go back to school and meet with some friends soon, or I hope daycare becomes available again soon. Whatever it may be, based on those circumstances, I think as moms, as parents, all have the same or similar deep-seated hopes that don't change with the circumstances. And I don't want us to come into 2021 thinking, well, things are different, I'm not going to be as hopeful, because, we can still have some big picture hopes that I don't think they change. So tell me if what you think, because, I still hope that my kids are big picture healthy, big picture happy. I still hope they stay curious about the world around them. I still hope that they are feeling loved and accepted and understood, regardless of whether that's at school, whether that's at home, whether that's wherever. Those are still the big picture hopes that we can have going into the new year, going into what our families want. So, the hope that they're healthy, maybe that's taken on an added dimension of what that means. I think it certainly has. Or the fact that I hope that they're feeling accepted. Usually I get those concerns, at school or with peers. We want our kids to be accepted with peers and understood, obviously not misunderstood with their peers. And maybe they're not interacting with peers as often. So now is such an opportunity to say, wow, I can make sure that they're feeling, it's not totally up to me, right? But I can do my best to instill that they're accepted and loved and understood here at home, so that when they do go back to wherever they go back to, they have an extra level of confidence, right? So the hope is the same. It just might play out in a slightly different context right now. So besides from all the circumstantial hopes, I just wanted to communicate that we can still have those deep-seated hopes, and I hope those hopes are still alive and on fire for you, because they don't have to change, right? I can still have the excited New Year feels about these topics for my kids. It just might look a little different, Bottom line is that I am still hopeful. I'm hoping you're still hopeful, and I'm hoping that our kids also get a sense of hopefulness going into the new year. So that's kind of what I wanted to communicate, a little bit of hopefulness to you, hopefully for our families, right? So that was the bottom line. Actually, even we all know this marriage, 1 Corinthians, right? The love is patient, love is kind, but when you get all the way to actually have it stays here, but when it get all the way down to it always hopes. So that's part of that whole love list, is that love always hopes. So I'm hoping we're staying hopeful, and that's a lot of that word, but there it is. I also wanted to share with you that's what I've been thinking about. That's in my own brain. But the kids at Hillside this month, January, are learning about responsibility, which is exciting because I don't know a parent who wouldn't want their kid to get a better sense of responsibility. So responsibility, the way it's being defined to the elementary school kids, is that it is showing you can be trusted with what's expected of you. Just wanted to pass that along in case you needed some extra ammo to help instill that in your household. There's definitely resources on the Hillside website through the Children's tab. Click that, you'll see resources at home. Last week, one of the activities was for my daughter, she's in 1st grade, to write a list of what she's responsible for. So I had to, it doesn't sound like a fun exercise, but you know what, it was. So I thought it was fun. I had to give some examples of what that means. So I told her, what I'm responsible for. And I'm glad I didn't get into like that, doing dishes, doing laundry, doing this, feeding you, all the things. Instead, I kind of gave the big picture examples of, I'm responsible for taking care of you kids, and I'm responsible for the household. We're all responsible for the earth. Responsible that the people I work with, they're feeling like they're being taken care of. So it was kind of neat to talk about responsibility in that broader perspective, and it was actually encouraging somehow. So hopefully if you need some just extra bits of resources to help, how do I get my kids see responsibility, or what they should be doing, check that out, because it was, best case scenario, they start volunteering for chores or something, right? That's one of the things I'm hopeful for. Learning about responsibility will make them volunteer around here. Anyway, we're going to have a fun trimester. I'm hopeful about it. So I hope that you are as well. We have a lot of fun activities planned. Like I said, some point next week, you can come drive through and get everything you need for the 2nd trimester. It'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to our Zoom calls later with everybody this week, and get to connect, because I know I've been needing to connect with some mom friends. I'm assuming that you want that as well, so let's all do that together. Let's be hopeful, because remember, it always hopes. Love always hopes, and let's have those wonderful 2021 hopes for our kids. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you and touch back base with you soon. Bye.